Chick. Hey there, it's Gypsy Chick and you. I wanted to share with you guys my very favorite deck of all of my cards. I had a realization this weekend. I was, I'd gotten out a bunch of cards that I've had for a long time, and I started going through them, and I realized something about myself, that, I've had a fascination with cards and, card artwork, cartwork for a long time. And I thought, man, I can't believe I haven't thought to do a vlog on this yet. I should share this with the world. So, I'm going to share with you guys my favorite deck. And Goo actually has a deck that she has discovered that she likes a lot. So, we're going to show you guys our decks, our very favorite decks. This is mine. I even keep it in a special box. Some of you may recognize this immediately, others may not. But here's my deck box. Yeah, Gypsy has an extremely geeky side. I warned you guys that I was a nerd. And to all of the nerds out there, peace, love, and happiness, y'all. Okay, so this is my deck, and yes, in case you didn't recognize the box, these are not tarot cards, these are not oracle cards, although I do love quite a few of those. Anyway, this is my deck box. It's Magic the Gathering. It is a US Games game, and it's actually, I think they've played it on The Big Bang Theory. So you know what kind of caliber we're dealing with. It's like when you're really feeling like you just need to nerd out and go to La La Land where there's like zombies and vampires and you can talk about them like you're actually killing them. It's pretty fun. It's kind of fun.
Flying walls and everything.
Yeah, it's awesome. I mean, where else can you run into a flying wall? Okay, so I'm going to start with the most basic aspect of the deck, which is the mountain. I mean, well, in my case, the mountains. In case you didn't notice, folks, this is a red deck. For those of you who are not familiar with the game, there are 5 colors, one for each point on the pentagram. What do we have? We have fire, we have water, we have earth, or like plant life,
yeah,
and we have the plains, which is, I guess, replaces air.
Yeah, kind of.
And then death.
Yeah, death is kind of like,
I don't know, what would you correlate that with? Spirit? But it's the, who knows? I don't know.
It's
there's
death.
5 colors and
skull.
there's 5 kinds of cards. So yeah, she's got, her deck is pretty cool. Hers is blue and black. There's a black and red deck that I'm pretty fond of. I think it's Bella Luna's. Anyway, mine is red, completely red, all red, totally red. And I want to point out something because I have to, because you know I'm a sucker for art. But I have cards that range, I started collecting in like 1995.
Geez, I wouldn't even know that old.
Yeah, it's been a while. And I don't have beta cards, but I have some old cards. And so, I guess I have a lot of unlimited. Honestly, I don't pay that much attention to the series. I'm not like a hardcore collector. I just really like playing the game. So, I'm just kind of like whatever. But here's an example of a newer, well, this is one of the older mountain cards, which is, I'm not going to explain the whole game. You can go to another video for that. But anyway, here's a mountain card. These are kind of like your money. Like the more lands you have, the better off you are in the game. And anyway, here's a new one. So you can see how over time, the cards, they've changed a little bit. They've gotten a little bit better looking. And yes, I've been biting my nails. So anyway, so Goo, tell me about your lands.
Okay, my land's pretty awesome. I didn't get an old and a new one because I don't really know what the old and new ones are. But I got a island and a swamp, which is, the islands are like the water lands, the water mana.
The water money.
Yeah, the water money, and then I got a death money.
Swamp.
Yeah, swamp money.
So it's the dead money.
So,
right then. Oh, you want me to show the people? Show the people the card? So there's one of her lands. You can see it obviously tells you it's water. You ain't even got to read. And then there's the skull.
pretty awesome.
Pretty cool. Did I show mine had? Yeah, my second one had the fireball. That's what's on my box. Oh yeah, you didn't show them their box, dude. I mean your box.
Oh dude, I love my box. I had to fight my little sister for this box.
She did.
I had to compromise
got
2
ugly.
boxes.
It got ugly. There was a
get
lot of
this box.
negotiating. I was
And
worried
then I
about
had
the
to
safety of
fix
the
it.
family.
Look
She
at
did.
it. These are all the
Yeah, there you go. That's got all the colors.
See, it's not for the air, it's for I think
Like sun or
death is
something.
like air, and then the sun is like the
I
light
don't
energy
know.
one. Yay!
But yeah, there's the
I
symbol
liked it
there.
because it looked kind of steampunk.
Yeah, and her box is cool because it's got counters in it built in, so she doesn't have to worry about like keeping up with the dice or anything like that. Hers
That's
has
cool.
these little dial counters. In fact, I have one, but mine is separate. I just carry it in my box. It looks like a card, but it's got this thing, you know, so I can keep track of my score. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. That's the Sliver Queen. That's actually one of the cards you can get.
It's like one of the best cards.
It
you
is
can
like
have.
it's a wicked cool card. So okay, what was the other thing? Okay, so there's artwork on all the different cards. I'll just show you one real quick. This is a card that I really like. I play this against my brother because he has a blue deck that he plays with, and so it's a little bit predictable in that. I mean, I know what he's packing, and I've got nothing but fire. And since I added flying to my deck, I learned that. What does he call it? Flying Triton.
Yeah.
Flying Triton. He has a lot of flying stuff, and it's a blue deck. And it's been pretty good, but I have to say, my deck, which is called the Red Can of Whoop Ass, because when I bust it out, I'm going to bust out the red can. Anyway, this one is kind of geared towards his deck. So this particular card, it blocks white and blue creatures, which is, he has blue. But if you look, you know, it's got this cool picture. Well, all of them, that looks like crap. Can't even hardly see it. The red deck is known for just blasting. It just blasts. The trick is getting creatures out there and keeping them out there. And, you know, it takes a very delicate balance.
Card.
Yeah, now this is the kind of card I really like to have. I love this card. I love this creature. It's Tephroderm. And I don't know if you can see. Oh, I'm going to try to focus on the picture because the words aren't that important for the purposes of this video. But it's this killer fire-shooting monster. He's got all these, like, aorta-looking tube things sticking out of his... He looks like a man made out of heart muscle. Made out of...
Looks like a fire.
burning hearts.
Looks like an anteater that shoots at fire.
Yeah, that's right. That's a good analogy. Or good description.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and it's pretty big. It's a 4/5. It's not gigantic, but it's, you know, it can hold its own. So I like this card. Plus, you know, again, all I ever do is play with my kids and my brother, so I don't do tournaments. I don't go up to Friday night game night. I don't do any of that stuff. So I'm not hardcore, and I will show you my collection in another video sometime if anybody's interested, but it's not like crazy. But, I mean, I do have
Like a whole box.
like 5 card boxes full. Whatever.
Yeah. It's 500,000 cards.
Well, I mean, they're cards and they're cool. Okay, so what else do I have? Oh, we both have this one. This was one that you liked too.
Oh yeah, I love
What
every
is it?
time.
Bagoosh! Fountain of Youth, baby.
Dude, this card's awesome because it every turn if you get it out there, it only costs 1 mana.
No,
it
2.
costs 2 mana.
2. But
Costs
man,
2
if
mana.
you've got 4 or 5 mana out there,
Doesn't matter because if you
if you
tap
do
the
your
2
deck
mana,
right, you can still play.
you get a life every turn. Every turn.
That adds up. Love that card. Other cards, this is just what I like about the red deck. I mean, all of these are just do damage. Just Pyrotechnics deals 4 damage, divided however I want among players, and so that's handy. You know, Heat Ray, X damage to target creature. So how many lands I have, I can turn over as many as I want and just knock off a creature. Instant, you know, I can play this whenever I
Oh, I
want.
hate
6
that card.
damage to a creature that took damage. So like if it was hit but it didn't die, bagoosh, you're dead now. Disintegrate. This is just an oldie and a goodie. X damage. Target creature player can't regenerate till end of turn. Blah blah. It's very cool. Love this guy. But it is old. That's an old one. This one's a newer one. For the Magic people out there that play this, you know what that symbol is. I don't care. I don't know. What are some of your favorite functioning cards that you like?
The actual function of them.
Like, yeah, mainly the function. I
mean,
mean,
there's only like
artwork's
2.
cool, but-
I like the spinal graph.
Oh yeah, that's a cool one.
It,
That's
like,
always been one of
pumps
my
up-
favorites.
It gives your so if you say if you have a 3/3 creature, then it gives you if you add that to it, it gives you a 6/6 creature is the highest creature you can get. It's the best.
Man, I hate this glare. There you go. Can you see that? Wicked! That's right, it is. Looks like it hurts. If you live through that, you have to be stronger. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Okay.
that's a good one.
And this, oh my gosh, this is my favorite card. And luckily I get it in my hand all the time. So, yeah, it's pretty awesome. It's a deep spawn. It's like a big crabby thingy
Like
looking.
a gigantic crawfish.
And it's a 6/6 creature. So that's like the highest creature you can get. And I'm like, yeah.
Try pinching the head off that wing right there. Yeah, that ain't gonna happen.
No, I know.
That's crazy. It's like the prawn from hell. Or the deepest, darkest depths of the sea. Homerid. Homerid. It's a weird word. Homerid. Alright, and then, of course, there's other cards that we like just simply because they look awesome. And, like, I mean, the cards I have, again, this is my deck. I like all the cards in it. That's why I picked them. So, I'm not going to go into the details of what their meanings are. But they're pictures that I've always liked. Here's one called Rolling Thunder. I'm really trying to control this glare. It's just hideous. So there's that. It's just cool. You've got this person over here getting thrown out of the woods, you know, and it's like, I don't know. I just like the way that's represented. I think that's a cool thought. Okay, Wall of Diffusion. This is a shadow. I just always thought it was so cool looking. It's almost like Star Wars-y looking, kind of, with that orb floating ahead of him. This one, okay, this one's a little different. I do like the artwork on this card. You see this praying mantis, and he's got all these gigantic boulders flying at him. And he's kind of got this, look on his face. The quote on here says, "Some solve problems by thinking and talking. Others use rocks. Togo, goblin weaponsmith." It cracked me up. I was looking through the cards, and I was like, ha! That was funny to me. Some use rocks.
Like, fine, you know what? If I can solve my problem with words,
if you want to listen to me, I will throw a rock at you. This one I like because it reminds me of Pirates of the Caribbean. Battle him. I don't even know what this card really does. Let me see. What does it do? Oh, that's kind of handy. Adds, it's an instant. I can add mana to my mana pool for every creature I control.
man, it's kind of like the money.
So I guess that'd be a great card if I had a creature-heavy deck, but I don't. So, whatever. But it looks like pirates! Yay. Okay, and then, of course, what else is awesome besides pirates? Vampires. So I like this one, too. It's just pretty. I wish you could see it better. This lighting is terrible. Sorry, guys. Okay, and then, Goo, you had some that you liked just
I want to talk about the ones that I thought were funny, like the praying mantis one. A flying wall.
Let me see.
Flying wall. And it's invisible, too. So
and it's first strike, which means
it hits you.
That it hits you first. So you don't run into this wall. It runs into you. It's the most interesting wall in the world.
You can't even see it, too. It's pretty awesome. I love that card. Because it's, I mean, even though it's like not even really good.
It's expensive to keep it, though. That's got a cumulative upkeep. I hate cumulative upkeeps.
Okay, this other one, dude, I saw this card and I was like, totally, this reminds me of Coraline. You haven't seen Coraline? You need to see it. Seriously. You need to see it. It totally reminds me of that little, that witchy hand that chases her around at the end of the movie.
Needle hand?
Yeah. Okay. And then there was some. I like these cards because I'm an art and I love when I learned that about the complementary colors in art, and this one is totally spot on complementary colors.
Complementary
colors, contrast. Oh, that is so awesome.
Here, let me take it up close. I'm going for the zoom. If I can figure out how to. Yeah, that is pretty cool. It's got skulls!
And then I like these because I'm kind of weird and I kind of like mermaids and stuff like that. And so, yeah. These cards. I also like all the colors in them, like how they use that bright orange a lot.
People one at a time. So here's Mermaid.
I like her orange hands.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Oh, that's cool. She's got fin hands. Oh no, they're hands, but they're very webby. Very webby hands. Okay. And then we have another.
I really like the colors in that one. Like how
Oh,
they're all
that's
like
cool.
bright, and it's kind of like when you're looking through like the deck. It's like, whoa, what's that color?
Yeah, that is cool. Oh, that helped. I should have turned that off a long time ago. Okay, and then the last one is.
I like it because it reminds me of like potions and stuff. Because she has like this
Counterspell.
potion in her hand.
Oh, I hate this about the blue decks. Counter target spell. There's like 50 versions of this card, but they word it differently, so you can pack a ton of them into one deck.
Okay, and then there's these two other cards. This one really kind of freaks me out. I mean, when you look at it, it's kind of scary, but then you think about it, it's kind of like,
Oh yeah.
how does she eat?
That's weird.
Her mouth. Can you see that?
Let's see.
Her mouth is in her arm. How is this supposed to work?
What?
How's she supposed to swallow?
Oh.
Freaks
Yeah,
me
that's
out.
freak out. You just.
Wait, and then I can't remember where it's from, but like I just remember like I guess it was doing something in art. It also kind of reminds me of Edward Scissorhands, kind of, you know, because of the way just the way it looks, and like I like it because it looks like a mummy kind of.
It's like Mummy, Edward Scissorhands.
Have you
Burton.
guys ever watched like
Screams Tim Burton.
what's that movie called about the witches, the three witches? Hocus Pocus. Reminds me of that guy.
Oh yeah, the guy from Hocus Pocus. That's right.
You need to see Hocus Pocus too. That's a pretty awesome movie too.
I would. And then I have one more box. This actually belongs to Bella Luna, but it's the one. Yeah, this is her.
Yeah.
But she's already gone to bed. So, but I wanted to show her cards because they have the coolest backings. We went to was it Dragon's Lair in San Antonio this past weekend?
Yeah.
That's a cool shop.
Mm-hmm.
They have everything in there. If you're ever in San Antonio, Texas, go to Dragon's Lair. It's cool. Anyway, so this is her deck. She plays with the black deck, of course. And but she got these. We found some Jasmine Beckett Griffith magic card protectors. Isn't that cool? She's got a wall. It's her magic. But so when you're sitting next to her, this is what you're looking at. And it messes with you when you're trying to play the game. It's like all these little eyeballs staring at you while you're trying to think. Yeah. That is freaky. That's very distracting. You're like, whoa, what the heck? It's like creepy peacock feathers or something. Like, what the heck?
There's also another one where like instead of her eye being on her hand, it was
Yeah,
like
the
her
mouth.
mouth.
Ooh.
Gosh,
That one was a little
creepy.
bit too creepy.
I was gonna get him, and I was like, you know what? I don't really know. No, you know what?
don't want to see that. No, I mean, it's cool, but no, I wouldn't want to have like a ton of copies of it in my hand on a regular basis. It's creepy. This one's kind of pretty and creepy. I don't know. It's different when it's an eye. When it's that stitchy looking mouth, it's like, nah, it's good. It's all good. So that's it, guys. That's
Yeah.
our favorite decks.
I'm gonna go play some Magic.
We gotta go. We gotta have to cut out now because it's time to play some Magic. See y'all later.